Let's go! If we could address you directly right now.
Everything comes full circle.
That's number one.
I don't tell him what questions to ask me.
There are a lot of people around town that have the same question.
Brush my teeth. I'm a good wash in the morning.
I can't confirm or deny.
You know, just keep going a little bit longer here, Mike. You keep going a little bit longer.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this special report.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? Think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
Less of that. A little bit less of that. All right, one over there. There we go. I like to commentate the things I'm doing in everyday life. If you haven't noticed that already, in the Sports Show, Cody Mack, ESPN Radio, 97.7, 100.1.
Tell me what to do.
What are you doing? What are you fricks doing on a Monday? I know, unreal. But we are here, and we did it. We made it through another weekend, right? Woo, finally. Back to work, back to a Monday. Right? Is that not what people don't? Is that not what people do? Gotcha. That's okay. That's okay. I'll still be your friend. We're hanging out, apparently getting ready for Christmas on a Monday, as it's a nice chilly day out there, waiting for some nice April snow. So go home later. I'm going to wrap some presents, put on some Christmas carols, maybe put on some nice warm PJs, make some hot cocoa. No, it's awful. It's awful. So hopefully be safe out there. Anybody up north, way up north, I think are going to get a little bit of one more hit. So get ready for that. So hunker down tonight, watch some national championship shooty hoops, and have yourself a Monday, as we are going to do right here. Appreciate you guys hanging out on a Monday. If you'd like to call in and tell me about your weekend, go ahead. I don't mind. Or just, sports in general, I guess. So it's a sports show. 315-437-7644. You can do that right there on the telephone. We got our friends over in the Q Sports Talk channel. It's Twitch. You can look at my face. And there we go. That's the button I was looking for, to see who is all up in there today. Cute girl, Florida guy, a name with a lot of random letters. Matt from Auburn, my mom, Syracuse, Showbro Michael, Fuzz. No Jimmy from the Valley. Not quite yet. Jimmy from the Valley. He is actually leading our bracket for the Cody Mack Sports Bracket of Excellence. So hopefully if he wins, I will put together a nice prize pack for him. I was kind of hoping that I won and I wouldn't have to put together anything, but it looks like it's either going to be him or possibly me. There's a couple of us in there that've got Houston, and he's got Florida. So, which is what we'll spend a little chunk of time on today, talking about natties. Couple of them, actually. The one tonight and the one yesterday. We'll do the one yesterday a little bit earlier, though, because we'll take care of some rando stuff to get it out of the way before we wrestle with the fact that it is There we go. It's a burping professional broadcaster. If we want to wrestle with the fact it's Monday, SmackDown was pretty neat. It had the debut of one of the best wrestlers in the world currently, and then Monday Night Raw is tonight. I just printed out the preview. I don't know what's actually going to happen on Raw quite yet. So, full disclosure, I definitely did my pre-show work and researched it thoroughly. And by researched, again, I mean printed out the preview. Let's go. All right. You probably already heard. I don't have to break the news. We got another fella out of the transfer portal. So Cody Mack 0 for 2 when he said that probably not going to be any signings going into the weekend because of the Final Four and the NCAA National Championship. So worked out well there. You will have, again, the less than 1 hour away tease, all of your transfer portal news, Syracuse information with 3 and 5 with Brian Higgins. However, I will give you a little transfer portal information as Yaxel Lendenborg is off the market, folks. The number one guy as far as like top rankings, 24/7 Sports. He's going to Michigan. The Blazers going to Michigan. So Michigan get a couple guys piecing out, and they get the number one guy, Yaxel. What a cool name. From here on out, it's the sports show with Yaxel Mack. Appreciate you guys hanging out with Yaxel Mack. All right, some random things in the sports world as we kind of just weave in and out of random things. One of them being a big natty given out yesterday. It's almost like history repeating itself, or I'm watching reruns of something. Is Gino Auriemma winning a 12th national title yesterday? If I had money, I did have money on the game, but if I had money on a bracket, these final games would have made me very angry because I didn't have UConn or South Carolina. I had UCLA and Texas. However, it is UConn for the 12th time in like 15 years.
National champs taking on South Carolina in the national championship game. Rematch of the 2022 championship game where
didn't know that.
Dawn Staley and the Gamecocks took it to Gino Auriemma and the Huskies. And first quarter, AZ Fudd getting it done right there. Layup plus the foul.
AZ Fudd, top name in college basketball.
It was in this one. Fudd right here for 3, and Dawn Staley's like, gosh. That's not what she said.
She said the F word.
Like that. UConn up 20 at that point, and then fourth quarter with a big lead. Beckers, the and one layup after the made free throw. Finishes her career with 477 points in the NCAA tournament. Most by a UConn player all time. AZ Fudd, most outstanding player. Gino and Paige hugging right there. He told her he loved her. UConn wins 82-59. A blowout. They are your national champions. Gino collecting his 12th title.
Wow. Okay, yeah, 12. So, extremely boring game. I tried to watch like 2 minutes of it, and I could tell right out, probably within 5-10 minutes, and I was like, this is not going to be an enjoyable game. And it wasn't. It was very boring as UConn routes I don't know how to say this without getting myself having to dump it. The female Gamecocks getting whooped, beat, if you will. I'm not dying on that hill. That's not how I'm going out. I'm ending that right there. So that's good for UConn, women's UConn, the men winning the last couple of years. Might as well have the ladies win it this year. Also in sports, most of us probably don't care about. There was hockey yesterday, and whereas most of us don't care too much about hockey, when there's big things that happen, I said at the start of this show that I would at least cover some of the bigger things, and yesterday, one of the bigger things happened. And a record that I didn't think would ever be broken growing up watching that sports cartoon where there was Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, and I'm blanking on whoever else it was, but it was on Saturday mornings, and seeing that cartoon, Wayne Gretzky, be that great, I didn't think anybody would break his scoring record, but Ovi does yesterday and not Friday, which was pretty cool. He had that chance to score in the open net, and he shook his big Russian face. No, Ovi no go in. But here's him scoring the goal in New York, of all places. It sounds like they're in Washington, but I think they're just happy to have probably the greatest record in sports to fall while they were there live.
Up the top with the backer single. Banging bodies.
That is basketball. This is hockey.
And know that, hey, I'm going to try to force it to him if he's open.
Here is Ovechkin. Shoots. He scores! He scores! Number 895!
This was cool. This was cool to watch. It's cool to be part of history.
The front office, the staff, amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Right part of your screen, Tom Wilson finds him. Top of the circle.
Nails it.
Boards.
Or your grandma keeps her cookies.
In hockey history. Gretz's office was behind the net. I don't think there's any doubt that we know where that man's office is on the ice.
It's not impressive. I know where everybody's office is here in this office. I know where everyone's office is. So he knows where Gretzky's is and Ovi's. I get what he was saying. Front of that, back of that. That's cool, man. Like I said, it's cool to actually be part of history. Remember where you were, that type stuff. I was in my living room having my arm ripped off by a vicious dog playing tug of war. So it's one of those things where you remember. Ovi, apparently very ecstatic here. I didn't cut out any of the silence, but I don't know if it's a language barrier thing, but the guy just broke one of the greatest records of all time and gives a little post-game speech or interview after the game, and he's very ecstatic and excited. Guys, if you're not sitting down, you might want to sit down for this one, and if you are sitting down, by the time it's over, you'd probably be standing.
Alex, you dreamed of this moment. How does it compare to what you imagined?
Obviously, of course, you think about how it's gonna be, what's your emotions gonna be, but I still don't even imagine this kind of atmosphere, reaction, and when we tied with Wayne, it was special, and I still think about it, and right now 495 or 895, so it's being number one, it's unbelievable.
And then, as everybody hopes, after you break a giant record, you get Vladimir Putin. Congratulations. That's what we're all looking for, right? Some good Putin congrats. I think those two party back in Russia. I don't know. That's so weird. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, man. This was wicked fun, though. If you are aware of PK Subban, a former hockey player, he is very opinionated when it comes to hockey players, especially when it comes to comparing them against basketball players. And he was on with Stephen A. and Shannon and all that, and they got into a fun little tiff over comparing LeBron and Ovi and stuff like that. And I mean, none of them are, really having any substance to their arguments. I just like when sports guys like this yell and PK Subban gets really angry, and then when you make a Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith and PK Subban all angry at once, it's like when that thing where you accidentally make mustard gas. So I highly suggest finding all of this, but here's just a quick couple minutes because these tree fellas got fired up.
Can't sit up there and marvel at the greatness of LeBron James along with the durability of a LeBron James and then bring up the fact that, Ovechkin played for the same team for 20 years. And as a result, that's hockey. A plus. Yeah. It's still hockey. Now, obviously, that category that you brought up is paramount if you're talking about winning because obviously you got to adjust to new teammates, et cetera, et cetera. But if you're not a scorer, you're not a scorer. It's just that simple. So being a hockey player and being somebody, just because you played with one team, all right, and you had to make adjustments to new personnel, doesn't stop you from losing your ability to score. I'm looking at a LeBron James. Yeah, you went to 3 different teams, but he won with all 3 teams, okay? And the durability is scored with all.
Here we go.
Consistently a career 27-point per game scoring.
Here we go.
Not to mention the fact that, again, while winning and scoring 27 points per game, the durability factor, he has been one of the most, if not the most durable athlete in modern NBA time.
Alex Ovechkin has been more durable Alex Ovechkin has been more durable than LeBron James over his career. Go look at the numbers. Based on the simple fact of the sport that he's playing,
we can't flop in
compare
hockey.
these two. I don't see the comparison. We're playing football on ice.
No, you never do.
Games.
You never do, PK.
Hold on, 82 games. Alex Ovechkin, 82
PK.
games, is getting hit, dishing out hits. LeBron's not taking those hits. He's not taking the same abuse, guys.
You make it seem like Ovi is an anomaly. Okay, Ovi's an anomaly. How many 6'9", 260-pound basketball players have you ever seen be able to handle the ball, do everything LeBron James has been able to do? Tell me the time. Name another basketball player that's comparable to LeBron James. I'll wait. Take your time.
Well, hold on. No one's talking about LeBron James not being special. He is special.
But you
want me to hold on?
230, 240.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that LeBron James isn't special. If we want to talk about greatness in basketball, that's a whole different conversation. I'll compare a bunch of other players.
The feet.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, LeBron's great, but he ain't Kobe, he ain't Jordan for me.
Oh, I mean, me either, but that's neither here nor there. I just like it. I love the argument. Yes, I obviously think hockey players are tougher, but, they both play sports I would absolutely dominate at if I were on either the ice or the hardwood. So we can all agree on that. Stephen A., Pecan, Shannon, the ESPN radio audience. If I were out there, yes, I would be scoring nightly hat tricks and going to bed where I live, which is my apartment, where I live above the rim.
The 2025 NFL Draft.
Is he a lockdown corner? Is he an elite receiving entity?
Round 1 begins Thursday, April 24th.
This is a dream come true.
On ESPN Syracuse.
Before I'm going to take these commercials out for you. I knew there was something I forgot to do.
Visit the website at cnylawnandsnow.com. That's cnylawnandsnow.com. CNY Lawn and Snow LLC, where quality matters. Point Guard Advisors, a company built to assist your every move on the court of business. I'm joined by owner Don Abernathy today. Now, Don, why did you name the company Point Guard Advisors?
In 2015, we formed Point Guard Advisors to tie together a CPA firm and a wealth management firm. We were separate operating entities, but we were working together. Point Guard Advisors' philosophy is give us the ball. We don't need to do everything for our clients, but we want to be the lead. We have a game plan. We innovate and we execute.
How does your expertise and your employees' expertise in the wealth management field help out in today's world?
All I can say is experience. Over the past 25 years, we've been through the dot-com bust, COVID, recent market activity, and having gone through that, you have to be able to look back at history and understand how history is going to affect markets going forward. Every day we're working with clients to get them to understand that there's a certain way things are going to play out. Inevitably, people make bad decisions in the short term rather than keeping
That's going to be hot coffee. All right, let's see. What should we pop on back with?
Introducing Equipment Share to the great state of New York, your premier rental agency supplying customers what they need to get the job done right. With Equipment Share, get the reliable tools you need, backed with top-tier customer service to keep your project moving forward. From excavators to skid steers, aerial lifts to power tools, Equipment Share has the rental fleet you need, delivered fast and ready to go. Big company, small company, or even a weekend warrior doing a home project? No worries. We service everyone. Track your equipment in real time with Equipment Share's proprietary T3 technology platform. Let us prove to you why we are a better way to rent. Visit equipmentshare.com to find the location closest to you or reserve equipment online. That's equipmentshare.com. Your premier rental agency supplying customers what they need to get the job done right.
All the great athletes live it and breathe it. Perfect practice makes perfect. Hi, this is Joe Convertino Jr. of CH Insurance. Master offering 5-star customer service. The CH team strives for this all across Central New York. When it comes to your business and what matters most, you have to have the right policy in place and the right team to back it up. A policy and a promise. Protect your business and what's important to you. Read about our success stories in social media and online at CH.
Oh.
Let's talk. CH Insurance in your corner.
Your driving pleasure. Hit the road in the supremely sporty, all-electric BMW i4 Grand Coupe. The redesigned front exterior and elegant rear lights give this Grand Coupe an athletic aesthetic from front to back. Lease an all-new 2025.
You know what I could eat right now? Denny's. I haven't had Denny's in a long time, and I don't know why I just thought that, and I don't know why that's the first thing I've said in a couple minutes. But I could fucks with some Denny's right now. I used to do the buffalo chicken tenders, side of fries. Banging. Okay. Oh, boy. I got a little bit of a creative block today, I guess. I don't really got much. I'm going to snap my ass out of it. I'm going to smack my little face. Little smacks. Here we go.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Wake up! Can you hear me? You're so clever. Did you find me? In the back room, in your closet, in your suitcase that you're running. I will find you like a glacier. Cuts the seabed, leaving canyons. In your cheekbones, passing through.
Oh, Monday. Am I right? Monday. Hi. Sports Show. We're here. 315-437-7644. If you've got anything you want to chat about, I like this part. Sorry. Okay. Let's put that right down here, right there. Hopefully your brackets are still intact with one game left. If so, that means you might end up winning some money tonight. I wouldn't mind hearing from anybody that's got themselves a nice bracket as we hang out here on a Monday, broadcasting live from the Harding Mazzotti studio. Like I said, 315-437-7644, or right over here on our Q Sports Talk Twitch channel. See, Kev from Liverpool, let's go Florida so I can win a lot of pizza money. Single bet. I like it. I have a couple bets placed. I'll make a couple later tonight. But the one I made, I've still got one left that I made at the beginning of the year where I put money on Houston to win a natty. So hopefully that one is come true. So Kev and I, we're going head to head. We're going to have the proverbial gentleman's sword fight, if you will. Sorry, that's how I determine things. Sword fight. Kids, when your parents leave the room, Urban Dictionary, guys sword fight. Just once your parents leave the room, Google it. So yeah, national championship game tonight, which means that we have the Final Four over the weekend, and we are now one step closer. Well, technically 2 steps closer, and only one more game away from determining who gets to squat over the bucket of success and scream into the bowels.
Who's the man of the day? I am. You guessed it. Why not? Who knows? I do. Never talk to me about before. This guy is me. That's how I know you know.
This guy is me. That's how I know you know. I think this week, some point, we should probably go through the story of famous bowler Rick Kenmore. I don't think a lot of you know. So I might have to bring you guys in on the story of a Mr. Rick Kenmore. As we play shooty hoops, paperwork, here in the Final Four happened over the weekend. You probably have heard that. I would imagine that you have. And it was one of the best Final Fours I have watched in a long time that I can remember. As you had chalk, as the kids say, but it was still pretty sweet. I think these two games proved that I think we can still have ourselves a quality tournament with the top teams doing well, as Florida and Auburn went at it on a Saturday. They were the first to get it, go in here, and it was a battle, man, back and forth the entire game. At the end of the first half, however, 46-38 Auburn, interestingly enough, as we pick it up in the second half.
Bruce Pearl calls out a play. Denver Jones will run it. Short roll, nice splits. Jones, the American finger roll, and the foul.
He gets about 4 a game, but he elevates, doesn't he, with some strength.
Off the Jones miss. Clayton, take over time. Yes, sir.
Boy, what body control.
Clayton turns the corner. Clayton, smooth operation.
Clayton.
How about he used the left?
Clayton, unreal. And they're about to go back and forth here as they head on through the second half.
Much better match here.
Isolation, and he's fouled. Chance at a three-point play.
And Smart get the ball to Broom.
Clayton has scored the last 7 points for Florida. He cuts the Auburn lead to 1. Baker Mazzara back in, give it up. Put it down.
Great challenge. To the little dumper spot. I still think they're going to do something different against Broom in that box area.
Broom couldn't catch it.
Look at this
hustle by Martin. Takes it in. On the rack attack.
Real dunk by Elijah Martin, and that wasn't even his best dunk of the night.
Got a house. That's it.
Broom upstairs. Hammer jam by Cardwell and a special delivery by Broom.
And Rap, I thought that was a pass at first.
I love alley-oops.
14th lead change.
14th lead change.
Drive, and he slips inside for the deuce.
Again, the face guarding of Mazzara and a quick timeout.
Florida vehemently disagreed with a call against
Slipping inside for a deuce is what you do at a friend's house at a party that you're not really too comfortable with, but got to slip inside for a deuce.
With a signature slam, sent it in.
We're going to go back because I was making a poop joke over the best dunk of the game.
Vehemently disagreed with a call against him.
Nice
knocked away by Chinyelu. Pettiford never got the shot off. Martin. Martin with a signature slam.
This was
sent it in.
unreal. Unreal.
What a challenge at the rim. Test up some shots.
Martin and Clayton were unstoppable in this game.
The Baker goes and the foul.
Auburn, though, would not give up. Clayton, man, where is that? He is the first player with 30-point games in the Elite Eight and the Final Four since Larry Bird. Larry Bird!
What a seal to get the inbound pass.
That one long. 8-point lead for Florida.
Got to go to the rim.
Running out of time. Oh, Baker Mazzara connects from long range.
See, Auburn didn't give up until the end when it was over.
Pettiford
Like here.
pulls up, misses on a 3-ball.
Look at the save.
Clayton saves, and it's over. A return to national prominence for the Gators.
Unreal. Florida going to be playing tonight for that natty. I think it should be a really good game. This, like you heard there, was an awesome game. Walter Clayton was absolutely unstoppable, man. Elijah Martin, you heard those huge-ass dunks. It was just quite a game. Auburn, though, they held their own. They tried. Johnny Broom tried his best, although you could tell he was kind of gassed, maybe even still a little bit hurt. I don't know. But unbelievable game. Still got some reactions and why maybe Richard is having a Kemba Walker-like run. Oh, remember him from UConn? The men's team. The women's team just won themselves a natty. And Florida looks to do that tonight. Yeah, if you go ahead and give him a call. See if they're interested in that. That'd be nice.
You can help change the lives of children by supporting the Boeheim Foundation. Go to BoeheimFoundation.org.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thanks to Galaxy Media Group and CNY Central for their support of our community and foundation.
In 1911, the Ferrone and Son family started the Ferrone and Son Funeral Home. Today, the fifth generation is caring for Central New York families.
Over 113 years is something that we're extremely proud of. It shows the trust families.
It's something I'm extremely proud of myself.
For their loved one.
It always
Thank you.
story of tradition that our family has passed down for 5 generations.
Oh, the Yankees game is on right now. Joe's Buds. Don't forget, 420 is coming up soon. You frickin' stoners. Using your marijuana drugs. You ripping bongs? Cheech, huh? You and Chong out doing drug weed bowls, huh? Yeah. I'm not mad. Just disappointed. Your father and I were disappointed. That's all. Whatever. You guys make your own decisions. Try to raise you right.
Don't trust just any firm. Choose the one that puts you first every step of the way. We're here for you when it matters most. Hurt in a car? Call William Matar. 315-444-4444. South State Street, Syracuse.
The most wonderful time of the year is almost here. Celebrate the 25th.
That's supposed to be Christmas. Oh my God, they're ripping off Christmas.
From 2000 or older you want to display. Head to SyracuseNationals.com to fill out your registration form. While you're there, grab your camping reservation too. Space is limited. We'll see you at the Napa Auto Parts Syracuse Nationals, July 18th through the 20th at the fairgrounds. Proudly presented by the McGuire Automotive Group and Sweetgrass.
Have you been thinking about a new ride? Need to rebuild or reestablish credit? Buying a car, truck, or SUV is one of
Yeah, thanks, Cleveland. The Cavs fuck up my parlay as another Cody bad beat. Again, yesterday made my own parlay, and the Cavs losing to the Kings is the only thing that got in my way of $100 and something and some change. Thanks, Cleveland. No, they didn't clinch, and it cost me my parlay. I got every other fucking game right, including the Lakers, including the Rockets over the Warriors. Picked that upset. No. But no, he says angrily.
I think they're mostly 2s and 1s, so I'll go 10.
I don't have my sacks. And that thing is actually a sacks in the picture. That's not a bowl, and that's actually a lawsuit waiting, Uncle Cody. That I have tattooed on me, by the way. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. I spun the wheel of tattoos and had to get myself tattooed on my arm. Or a stolen image of myself that they turned into a toy for children. Keep my shoes untied.
ESPN 97.7 and 100.1. Watch live on QSportsTalk.com.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Yeah, it is. Whew. Coffee was hot as balls. Goodness. Hi. No, I don't. Super Cat and Twitch. We're here, ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. For those of you that are new to me, I apologize. for nothing. But telephone 315-437-7644. Cuse Sports Talk Chat is our Twitch channel. And they're asking over there about something you see. They're like banners where you've got our real estate salesman extraordinaire, Brian Higgins, and the 315 Brian Higgins, the less than half an hour tease. He's up in less than half an hour. I guess actually technically a half an hour. He will have all your Syracuse transfer portal news, but you see banners on our Q Sports Talk Twitch channel screen, and that and the Orange Nation and such. And then there is mine, where some of you see a toy character that you would be very confused if I told you I had nothing to do with that, nor did we here at Galaxy at all, or K-Rock, or The Morning Show, or anything. There's a character that's a toy that if you've ever seen the Simpsons episode where Homer discovers he is Mr. Sparkles over in Japan, well, Japan has stolen my image and created a character that looks 100% like me, down to the tattoos. If there's an avatar floating around where it uses the exact hair that I have, my glasses, my beard, and I actually had to spin a wheel of tattoos, a thing we do over on the K-Rock Morning Show, where we talk about things all year, and if they're popular enough, we put them on a wheel of tattoos, and what we have to do is spin that wheel, and whatever it lands on, no matter what, you have to get that tattoo. Or you can pick whatever tattoo you want if it lands on tramp stamp. I have my own tramp stamp already, so I haven't had to do that yet. But this year was my turn, and I happened to land on my own self. I got my own, it's called Uncle Music, and I have myself tattooed on myself. So if you're new to that story, just know that I have myself tattooed on myself, an NBA Jam slogan, amongst other things, and a basket of tater tots, as we all have tattooed on us. Baskets of tater tots. All right, so from baskets of tater tots to basketball. Oh my God, that was brilliant. That's it. I'm taking all these broadcasting awards because I deserve all of them. That was the smartest thing I've ever done. Best transition, sexy transition of the day was that one right there. And Syracuse, yeah, you got Paulie the Dome Troll. I love Paulie the Dome Troll. As we were talking Florida taking down Auburn, and Walter Clayton Jr., dude, he's having himself a run. He's had himself a run as he had 30 points in the last two games, the first person to do that since 79, Indiana State's Larry Bird. And he's on a Kemba Walker-like run, and that's a statement that you make when a guy is leading a team that probably had a good chance, but he's single-handedly leading them, whereas I think Florida has a lot more help around him. But I kind of like this comparison as he is having a Kemba Walker-like run where he is taking over every single game.
Florida led by Walter Clayton Jr. I mean, my goodness, he has been unbelievable in this tournament.
Which makes
me a Richard. The
Richard.
last player to score 30 points in back-to-back games this deep in the tournament was Larry Bird in 1979. That's how good Walter Clayton Jr. has been. What do we say about him today as he gets set to play for the title tonight?
Greeny, over the last 2 days, I probably had talked to about 6 or 7 scouts, and a lot of scouts are starting to firmly believe that he could crack the top 10. I have to tell you, from watching him up close, I could make a case that he could be the second or third pick in the NBA draft. I know Dylan Harper, I know Ace Bailey, they have a ton of talent. But the run this guy's on, the shots he makes, combined Dame Lillard with Steph Curry, I'm not saying he's going to reach the pinnacle of who those players are, but his game to me seems like a marriage between the two. He is prolific offensively. I don't know if I've seen a hotter player in an NCAA tournament than Walter Clayton Jr. thus far.
Who does it remind you of, Seth? You made a good comparison.
Spirit.
Yeah, you made a good comparison. What kind of run is he on?
He's on a Kemba Walker type run. I mean, that's it. He's basically baby Kemba, but he's doing it at almost a higher level. And look, Kemba scored. This guy scores. He makes plays. His poise at the end of games is absolutely ridiculous. I compare it to his football background. He just gets to the next play, gets back in the huddle, and gets to the next play. But this Kemba run and what this kid's done is absolutely incredible. The shots he takes, and not only does he make the shots, but then he gets to the next play, turns around and gets to the next play. His poise is incredible. Very similar to Kemba. We know what Kemba did.
Won a natty. So Yeah, that game, man, unreal. And the game that followed it, I dare say, may have been a little better as Houston and Duke went at it hard, man. Houston, what we've been talking about all tournament long is that these guys are grown-ass men, and they just wear people down. Houston holding Duke to 37% shooting in the second half, which was like 20% or so lower than Duke was used to this tournament. They did a great job. They held Duke to 67. I was almost hoping Houston would have held on to that 69 and it would give me the easiest sexy score of the day. But Cooper Flagg missed that shot at the end. Man, it was so close. Another like 3 inches. And he would have had it. He would have had it. But, yeah, Duke and Houston going at it, picking this up kind of later in the game as they went back and forth for a while, but Houston just would never let Duke pull away.
Hand it off, Cryer. His jump shot.
Wow.
Splash.
Dribble handoff. Doesn't need much space, does he?
Not at all.
Switch. Switch again. Cryer inside. Back outside. Cryer launches and hits.
And don't close that up for Flagg.
7 turnovers for Houston, just 2 for Duke. Flagg, spin, fake, lefty, good, and a foul.
His high percentage with that left hand is extraordinary.
And that right there would come back to kind of haunt Duke, if you will, with the left hand, as I agree with Kev. Duke up 14 with like 8 minutes left here, but Houston made changes, and they kept doing what they were doing the whole game, and they're playing tight defense, and Duke just never really adjusted. Where's that other stat where Duke, what did they have the last couple minutes? It was something crazy where the last few minutes, man, they did not have many buckets as Houston just kept hanging and waiting and hanging and waiting.
Uzan now with 35 seconds left. Sharp, the jumper, he's got it!
Wow, how about that?
Floated upstairs, knocked away, clean by Sharp. Wilson goes back, he fires! For Roberts.
Tugler, 9-0 run, man. 9-0 run. Last 30 seconds.
How about this kid?
Almost fitting.
Tie game.
On the free throw line.
Unreal.
Youngman wants to back it off this time.
This one's for the lead. It's good. Long one. James knocked away. Knipple. Back outside. Proctor tosses it up.
No good.
The dream remains alive.
And so does the chance that I make gas money to get me through the week, or else I won't be here tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Check this out. Here it was. I know it was, I didn't highlight it. Comeback also netted $1 million win for artificial intelligence and AI. Bet a professional gambler that his program could do a better March Madness bracket. It all came down to the Duke-Houston game. And even if Houston loses in the final, the AI bracket will get more points in the contest than Alan Levy. And Alan Levy will pocket $1 million. So good for him. Making $1 million, which is actually what they promised. So sorry about $1 million. Houston, man, which leads to tonight. And honestly, man, if Houston can just keep hanging the way that they did against Duke and just kind of stay right there, they've got the energy, and hopefully, they didn't exert it all playing Duke, but I think that they're grown-ass men, and yes, Florida has been playing outstanding, so if Florida shoots like this again, I think that'll be it. If Florida can get their guys going, which they probably will, there's a good chance Florida will knock off Houston, and taking me right back to the times in college watching Florida knock off my UCLA Bruins in the bar and trying not to cry at a bar as a 20-year-old.
The way in which you guys came back against Auburn
Sorry, Florida coach, Todd Golden.
I thought we did a great job beginning the second half of just playing with
Press
a lot
and
more
play.
physicality. We just challenged our guys to be just more physically and mentally tough in the second half. I thought we did a great job early, and that gave us really good confidence that we'd have a chance to win the game down the stretch.
No matter what the score is, we always feel like we got a chance to win. This is Gator basketball. Martin!
Martin with a signature slam! Sends it in! Big fella!
Our players, I'm just so proud and happy that they've been able to perform in the way they have and leading us to this opportunity.
Our guys were really, really tough tonight.
On to Monday night. Good luck.
We got a chance. Let's go, Gators. Go, Gators.
What's this been like to go from, assistant to head coach at one level to now 3 years later you're coaching the national championship?
It's been surreal, but I've been incredibly lucky just being surrounded by great coaches and great players, along the way. And Florida, honestly, it's felt like a 3-year nonstop journey, from taking the program over and now, after 3, quick years, really understanding what Florida Gator basketball is all about. I'm just really proud of my staff and the players for what we've been able to accomplish in a short period of time.
Clayton, head and shoulder fake, step back. Oh, that's nice. Walter Clayton Jr. continues to seize the moment.
You've talked all year about Walter Clayton. What's it been like to watch his growth?
It's been an absolute joy to be a part of it, coming in, transferring from Wyoming, and, Walter has delivered in a huge way for us.
So if he keeps it going, they'll win a national championship. The Houston Cougars averaging in the last 10 games 71 points. Florida, 89. So this is going to be a matter of one team kind of doing what they want, then they will end up winning. If Florida can do what they want and shoot really well, get some rebounds, kick it back out, more threes, then they will probably pull away from Houston, who wants to keep it close, wear you down, nail a couple clutch threes, and body you out of that inside. And then they're looking to do that, and they win. I don't know, man. I know that Calvin Sampson is looking himself to win himself a national championship and also 800th game. His 800th game. I needed a word in there. We'll get another word in there. And we'll hear from Calvin Sampson before we skedaddle. Sports Show, Cody Mack. Oh, I can't wait for the NFL draft.
ESPN 97.7 and 100.1.
Oh, I did a burp.
Shep Family Funeral Homes is one of the oldest family-owned businesses in central New York. We're committed to offering you the highest quality of service at the best value. We can work with you at your pace within your budget, whether you're choosing cremation or burial for a service at any one of our modern locations. Special events take planning. A funeral should be no different. Start to talk.
We're playing basketball. Basketball. Well, we might as well recap SmackDown tomorrow when we wrestle with the fact that it's only Tuesday and recap Raw. I like how you started. Oh, don't say too loud. Good. How's your coffee? This is right about it for me, and then I'm done. or else I'll be done. I'll be sleepy. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying so I can stay up till 11 o'clock. Good. Mine doesn't bring the carryover. They get my usual douchebags, but I don't get your douchebags. Your douchebags stay away from mine for a little while now. I don't get the... no. Well, he's in here once in a while. But what's the Uncle G or whatever? Oh, really? He was in there? Oh, I didn't see him. Or Uncle Z? Uncle G? No, I called him Uncle Z. That's the joke I made.
Yeah, I get it.
And I laughed and laughed, but that's why probably nobody else laughed, because it's G, not Z. But, oh, well. Yo, that chick is so hot. They got a lot of hot chicks on ESPN in the middle of the day. That's show. Who do you got tonight? Houston? Florida? By big? Dude, all day. I've had 3 from the same. It's all charges on my Amazon account buying MacBooks, and I'm like, I don't have Amazon account, but thanks though. Plow through it fast. What is it, Inks Ma? Oh my God. Yo.
These are typically higher mileage vehicles that most new car dealers are afraid to sell. Well, I'm here to tell you that we stand behind what we sell, and we make it easy for someone in New York to feel confident with their purchase. Sure, you can shop on social media sites, but 9 times out of 10, you get bit after the sale with no recourse. Shop our selection of budget cars that range from under $10,000, under $20,000, whatever the case. We have vehicles for anyone's budget, and I mean anyone. We also have over 30 lenders to get you driving today. Good credit, bad credit, bankruptcies, foreclosures. We have a program for just about anyone. So don't just think you can't shop Nye for this reason or that reason. Just stop in and give it a try. You won't regret it. The company wise gotta be Nye. Not a that's NYE.
No.
Watch your favorite ESPN Syracuse sports talk shows on QSportsTalk.com.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Silly Goose Patrol reporting for duty. He said duty. Hello. Last couple minutes. Sports and around. Cody Mack, ESPN Radio, 97.7, 100.1. The 315 with Brian Higgins is up next to talk all of the transfer portal news. And there is transfer portal news if you haven't listened in a couple days. So make sure you tune in just a little bit. We were going over the national championship game, which I'm going to get done here. I'm going to do this. Thanks to DVOffers.com. All this powered by Drivers Village at Cicero. And then I'm going to power myself right to the couch to take a little rest till the game tonight, as I don't know how I'm going to make it, and I don't know how these old folks are coaching this game, as Calvin Sampson is about 162 and is looking to win his 800th game tonight and a national championship game. Let's hear a little bit from Calvin. Because why not?
Doing this a long time, I don't know if I've ever seen something like that. How would you explain the comeback?
The Duke game.
Coming back, things have to come together. You have to do some really good things, and obviously the other team.
I like the Casio in there.
I don't think it has anything to do with X's and O's.
This Cougar team, sensational here down the stretch.
Having a foundation where you don't quit. I didn't have to talk to my team about that. You never lose unless you quit, because there's going to come a moment we're going to have a chance to get back in this thing. Just make sure you're ready.
Juwan Roberts gets to the free throw line, settling everyone down, settling himself down. And he converts both free throws. As you were watching him handle that moment, what did you think of the way in which
he did that. There's a backstory that nobody knows about. First day of summer school, I was screaming and yelling at the entire team about free throw shooting. I was tired of being in positions to win games.
Got to make your free throws.
We can't win them because we're not ready to make them. So from that day forward, Andy, we recorded those guys making 150 free throws. Every day, the managers would record. J1 started off around 66, 67%. His last month, he's consistently been at 86, 87% of his 150 makes. He put the work in to be confident.
Because your free throws are free. So, I don't know. Good luck to Coach Calvin tonight. I don't want to be like a flip-floppy waffler guy, but if Florida can shoot the lights out and continue it the whole game, I think they win 90, 70, low 70s. You know what I mean? I think they kind of put it to a Houston team who will try, but just won't be able to get back in it. But I think if Houston can keep it close and not let Florida just pull away and kind of hold them to, you know, a couple missed shots here and there, I think Houston will take them down. Paulie just picked Florida in here on a break, so I will say Houston winning themselves a natty. We'll talk about that tomorrow. The results. Ooh, buddy, I'm excited. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Sports Show with Cody Mack, ESPN Radio, 97.7 and 100.1. Okay, goodbye. I love you.